Ain't no Christmas. They ain't got no chimney, right? They'll know that you work for the present that you give them, and not on no dang on Christmas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All throughout the year, you do for your children.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Read.
That they might set their hope in the Most High while Mashiach was shot.
No, they may set their hope in the things that this world offers them. They may set their hope in who?
The Most High while Mashiach was shot.
That's right. They set their heart aright and set their hope in the spirit of the Most High. Go ahead.
And not forget the works of the Most High.
And not forget the works of the Most High. Read.
But keep His commandments.
But keep His commandments. Keep His commandments. Read.
And might not be as their fathers.
Don't be as your forefathers. Read.
A stubborn and rebellious generation.
Most I hate the fact that we were stubborn and rebellious against Him. Read.
A generation that set not their heart aright.
They ain't set their mind aright. Read.
And whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High while Mashiach was shot.
Spirit wasn't steadfast with the Most High. Verse 10.
Psalm chapter 78, verse 10. They kept not the covenant of the Most High.
They didn't keep the contract, the agreement, the laws of the Most High. Read.
And refused to walk in His laws.
They refused to walk in His law. That's why we all jacked up now. See, read.
And forgot His works and His wonders that He has showed them.
Right there in their face, man. In our forefathers' face, all the plagues that He put on the Egyptians. And He said, don't worry about it. They're going to let you go now. I'm going to kill every firstborn male that ever came on this earth amongst them. And when He did that, Pharaoh let us go. And then He chased us, and the Most High opened up the Red Sea to let us go across on dry ground, and close it up on Pharaoh and his chariots. And drown them. In our face too, right? Yeah.
It's funny, the chariots and stuff is still at the bottom of the Red Sea right now.
And I heard they was in a museum. They got them out in Cairo, Egypt now.
Well, they took as much as they could, but they said a lot of stuff. If they
still there,
yeah, if they moved it, it would crumble and it would be destroyed. So they had to leave it.
Wow.
God.
There it is, right there. So this is what we're supposed to be doing, brothers. You know, that's the law.
Right.
That's the law. That we could be, have a righteous order with the Most High. Get 1 Timothy 5 and 8.
First Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. But if any provide not for his own.
If any provide not for his own. Read.
And especially for those of his own house.
Those of his own house. I mean, a brother got to try his best to provide for his own house. Like you said, you teaching your children, especially the boys, to be a man. And you got to try to provide for your own house. That's your family. Read. Who live in a house? Family. Who his own family, read.
He hath denied the faith.
He denied the faith. Read.
And is worse than an infidel.
Worse than an infidel. Let's look at the word infidel. Y'all have y'all dictionaries? Worse than an infidel. Infidel, mine says, one who does not believe in a particular religion, said one who has no religion. So you worse than someone that don't have a religion. Believe in the Most High, the Mashiach, Yahushua. Say you worse than that, it's saying. You have another definition? Worse than someone that don't even have the belief in the Most High. That's what it's saying. You have anything else on that? But you know, they're looking at religions as we see it in this world. We look at it as not believing in the Most High. You worse than someone that don't believe in the Most High. Because without a religion, you don't believe in the Most High. You're like an atheist. You're worse than an atheist.
Right.
That's what he's calling you. You got to try best you can, man. How you gonna train your children up to be like you, and you sorry? You worse than an infidel.
Con, I got another one, priest.
Yeah.
Who adheres to a religion other than one's own.
Yeah. And we know ours, we supposed to be following what we just read.
Right.
The law, statutes, commandments. The commandments supposed to teach your children the commandments of the Most High, the law of the Most High.
That's right.
Is that it?
It says, quote, they wanted to secure the holy places from the infidel. Unquote.
That's it, man. I mean, this is what you got to look at. Read verse 12.
Huh.
1 Timothy 5 and 12.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 12. Having damnation because they have cast off their first faith.
Yeah, man, you're going to be damned because you done cast off your first faith. And faith is dealing with your belief in the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're going to be damned because you have cast off him and not believing in him. And there you'll be worse than an infidel. Go to 6 and 10.
First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, because money is a defense and answers all things. But the love of money, you chasing money all the time, is the root of all evil. Read.
Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
See, when they searching after this money, that causes you to err from the faith. Because whose world you in now? You in an evil world. You in a people that the Most High said are in what? Gross darkness. They're in darkness, but they made the people's mind in gross darkness. So you go back to what? Gross darkness. You got to go right there with them. So that's why he said, be wise as serpents. You know how they operate, but harmless as a dove.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You don't go into what they're doing with. You can't do the same things they can do. You can't do the same. They're not going to allow you.
Right.
To step in their zone. But our people, that's why I say the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money. But you chasing money all the time, that's the root of all evil. Then you're going to err from what? The faith.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. The book is closed. How do you act? You see? You're going to still have this faith and belief that you say you have. When you're dealing with chasing this money, when they say, okay, you do this for me, you'll be able to come up. You got to work on the Sabbath. You got to do this and that and whatever. You have a choice to say, okay, well, I don't, I believe in, my right to have freedom of religion.
Right.
As they say.
Right. That's right. Wise as serpents.
Will you accept this is what I do. I believe this is how I remain righteous.
God.
I serve the Most High as he told us to serve him on the Sabbath day.
That's right.
You have an opportunity. But if you don't, then you're stuck with, okay, you're dealing with it, you got to deal with it because you didn't present it.
Right.
Initially. You know what I mean? And then that's like, but when you're there, you got to make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you can get fired.
Yep.
And get rid of you. Because if he make exception for you, then you got to make exception for what it is that you're getting and receiving. You got to do what you're supposed to be doing because we still in captivity. We still got to labor and do the things that we got to deal with to supply the necessary need of money that we need to exist.
Right.
One way or another, it's just about receiving money morally right.
Right.
But you ain't doing wicked, so you end up in jail somewhere because you done something that's against the law. And you get caught, now you a number. Sitting behind bars. You see what I'm saying?
God.
So it says the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from what?
The faith.
The faith. They erred from the faith, read.
And pierced themselves through with many
They
sorrows.
pierced themselves through with many sorrows, man. Read on.
But thou, O man of the Most High,
Which we supposed to be. Read.
flee these things
Flee these things, read.
and follow after righteousness.
Follow after righteousness. Follow after the Most High's laws. Read.
Righteousness,
Come on.
faith, love, patience, meekness.
Come on.
Fight the good fight of
You
faith.
gotta fight the good fight of faith, man.
That's the
Belief in the Most High, man. We gotta fight the good fight of faith, believing in what it is that we dealing with in following the Most High, and we follow His commandments that's gonna lead us to the kingdom, eternal life. Read.
Lay hold on eternal life.
There it is. Lay hold on eternal life. Read.
Whereunto thou art also called.
You're called, man. Most High done called all of us to follow Him. Be obedient to Him. And don't sway. Don't sway to the right or to the left, man, but go to that straight path to eternal life. Read.
And has professed a good profession before many witnesses.
That's right, man. That's right. That's what we have to do. Jump to verse 21.
1 Timothy
Read verse 20 and 21.
chapter 6 verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is commended to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, and opposition of science falsely so called.
We supposed to be avoiding profane and vain babblings. Talking about nothing, man. Worthless sayings. You know what I mean? Things people are saying something like, man, it don't make no sense. What are you talking about?
Right.
Most I said we're supposed to be meditating on have a righteous conversation, man. You know, something that's going to help us to receive eternal life rather than all the things. That's what people do. Once the book is closed, they go right back to the world. The conversations go right to the world, vain babblings and so forth. You know, and opposition of science falsely so called. Read.
Which some professing have error concerning the faith.
See, some professing in their vain babbling and science falsely so called, they erring from the faith. Read.
Grace be with thee. Agreed.
That's right, man. So that's what people have done. Get 1 Corinthians 4 and 1. 1 Timothy 4 and 1. We right there in Timothy. I went
to 1 Corinthians.
Oh, 1 Timothy.
First Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
See? Read it again.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in latter times some shall depart from the faith.
Here we are now in the last days, and it says, the Spirit saying that some shall what?
Depart from the faith.
They're going to depart from the faith. They're going to depart from the faith. Read.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Giving heed to seducing spirits. Read.
And doctrines of devils.
And doctrines of who?
Devil.
Doctrines of devils. So that's what you got to be aware of. Are you following doctrines of devils? Whatever the book is closed? Now look at this. That's why it's very important to know this word. Because it tells you that some will depart from the faith. giving heed to seducing spirits. People gonna be trying to seduce you. Trying to get you to follow what they believe in. And they following what? Doctrines of the devil. That's why I give 1 Corinthians 10, 20, and 21. You understand this? Because this is what we are born into, and this is what we subject to. Why? Because of the world that we were born into. Read this.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice,
the things that the Gentiles worship, remember people go in the last days, remember where we started from. In the spirit, we started with how Esau was told to get into darkness. Esau and the Edomites are Gentiles. They have the curriculum of the school system that the children are going to and learning, right? They have the ability to say, this religion is okay, you got freedom of religion, so they have this a great melting pot of all religions, no matter what you believe in. Come to America and you can practice it. Right. Whatever it is, even atheists, they exalt atheism. Don't believe in the Most High. It's okay here. Anything goes here in America, right? Seducing spirits say, come on over here and believe me. Right. You have those that are seducing spirits even in Israel. That have you depart from the faith of what you have been shown and believe in. Next thing you know, you believe in something else. So you've been led to believe that they're righteous in their actions or what they're doing when they're really wicked. And you examine them and say, wow, when you look back, say, you start thinking like, man, that's wicked and that's not right and this not right, this not right. Right. You start seeing these things. So read this. The doctrines of devils. Why? Read this.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
Now, what do our people call themselves first and foremost? Do they call themselves Israelites before they know that they're Israelites? No, they call themselves what? Gentiles. They call themselves Gentiles. So the things that the Gentiles sacrifice, whether it's the Gentiles, because all the gods of the nations are what? Idols. So, and that's in Psalms 96:5. So the Gentiles are sacrificing to idols. Read.
They sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High.
And not to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
He said, we don't want us to have fellowship with devils. Read.
Ye cannot drink of the cup of the Most High while Mashiach Yahushua.
You can't drink of the cup of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua. Read.
And the cup of devils.
And the cup of devils. Can't do it, y'all. You gotta choose either or. Who are you gonna follow? You love to follow the devils? That's who you're gonna die with. You be cast into the lake of fire with the devils. Read.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Most High while Mashiach Yahushua's table.
You cannot be partakers of the Most High of the Mashiach Yahushua's table. What you do at a table, you eat. You can't take in the Most High's food, be nourished by His word, which is His nourishment. You see? Read.
And of the table of devils.
And of the table of devils. Read.
Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy?
You want to provoke the Most High to jealousy? Do you understand what you're doing? Because you've been seduced by seducing spirits, and these seducing spirits are always talking to you. That's your people, too. Coming at you all the time with this bull crap. Seducing you.
Yes.
The doctrines of who?
Devils.
So you sit at the table with devils, and here you are bringing the doctrines of devils of someone that's a righteous man or a righteous woman, and you're dealing with all this madness. Because you accept it. You accept Satan into your life. You accept the madness of sitting at the table with devils. Fellowship with devils. Why you can't rebuke them because why? You are sitting there accepting what these devils are bringing forth because they're seducing. They're seducing. These are seducing spirits. Get up, Baruch, the 4th chapter and the 6th verse in the Apocrypha. Read that.